Hello, it's me, back again, because I just can't give up. That's why two people had to die. Anyways, today we're going to be doing another review because I'm extremely bored right now and have nothing else to do. So today we're going to be reviewing the Bandai Movie Monster Series GMK Baragon, or Baragon 2001. Amazing figure right here. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. Baragon is one of my favorite Godzilla kaiju. But first, start with the tag. See, there's a picture of the suit. It says Movie Monster Series Baragon, or Baragon 2002. Yeah, like I said in the last video, Bandai did not get their dates right at all in this period of Godzilla movies. Baragon in English. Tag is a full tag. It says Movie Monster Series, legal stuff, ST, which means safe toy. It says Baragon in Japanese and English, 30 meters, 1 something. And there's a black and white picture of the suit on the back of the tag. There's a picture of Godzilla. It says Movie Monster Series and the Bandai logo. And then there's our favorite good old friend, the Pac-Man choking, sad because he doesn't want to eat another pellet for some reason. Picture to tell him that your kid should not play with this toy. No, no, no. Anyways, start with the detail. You can see, if you could, let me try and adjust the focus here. Nope. Go. No, not working. Anyways, if you could see the detail, it is a very nicely detailed figure. There's various cracks and ridges in the skin. His toenails are nicely done. There's sort of got the little cracks in them, I guess. I don't really know what you would call those ridge things that you see in toenails. There's this sort of brownish mustard yellow spray on them, and they kind of carry over to the rest of the feet, which kind of makes them look dirty. Makes sense. On the bottom of his feet, there is detail there, and it is amazing. You can see all the scale patterns and everything on the side of his leg. And there's all the detail. It's like it's kind of got these spikes going down, which kind of make it look like he's wearing bell bottoms. It's just kind of funny. His feet, so cute. Anyways, and you can see all sorts of little bumps and warts going all around him, up to his back. You can see there the creases in the skin or the suit, depending on how you want to look at it. His underbelly. There's a brown spray on that. It looks nice. See all the scales sculpted in there. Going, his knees have all the nice detail there. This is a very nicely detailed figure. You can see all sorts of little bumps and ridges and warts, and the bumps going down his back have a red spray on them all the way down to the tip of the tail, and you can even see that you can't really, but the split going, knocking the camera, the split going down his back continues all the way to his tail. This is an amazingly detailed figure. Horn, which the horn looks alright. It would have been cool if it was translucent. These spikes on the back of his head do look a little odd, just not having any extra paint on them at all, just being that yellow paint, yellowish orange. The horn is that same paint, but it's got a white spray on it. It looks a little better. His eyes, red and black. His teeth, his mouth's kind of filled in, which, I don't know, I would prefer just a fully closed mouth or an open mouth, not just sort of halfway look with the filled in mouth. And on the bottom of his fingernails, or I guess these would be his toenails, because he's a quadruped kaiju, See, there's like a little triangle on the bottom, and it's even on the toenails on the bottom of his feet. That's amazing attention to detail. One little inconsistency with the detail, though, is if you look, the scales on his belly and going down to his tail are a little different here. They're just sort of look like they've been sculpted in with an ordinary sculpting tool, but on the bottom of his feet, they're kind of indented in, and they kind of reflect light in a way different from these. It's a minor inconsistency. Also, the seam kind of stands out, but overall, detail and paint job are fantastic. And for articulation, the arms can move up and down, just like that. Can't go past the head. If you move the leg back, they can go down a little bit more, which, you know, don't really need them to go 360, you know, digging or something. For the ground, his legs can move, but you can go about, yeah, you can go 360, although they do hit up against right there. So do beware, yeah, the vinyl might wear away, and that's not good. You don't want to hurt the figure. But here's a detail I really like. You move the leg back, and they actually sculpted in the creases and wrinkles of the suit as if it's moving. That is amazing attention to detail. Bandai did an excellent job with this figure. I might not sound very enthusiastic with this review. Just kind of don't know why. I don't know. And his tail moves 360 and just feels so smooth and satisfying. I mean, oh, yeah, yeah. And his head is such a nice joint, right? Not glue seal. There are no glue seals on this figure, but his head can just kind of wiggle if you force it. You can get about that much out of it. Not much. And one extra point that's just kind of nice is his ears can move 360. Kind of pointless, but it's a nice little thing that they kind of thought, you know, just can't really move the ears forward, so at least you can kind of get a ears forward pose or Shadow Baragon. So articulation is basic, but to be expected. And for sizing, here he is with the Bandai 8-inch GMK Godzilla, which is kind of, there you go. Baragon is smaller than Godzilla, but I would say this isn't very accurate. Godzilla should maybe be about that big compared to Baragon. He was about that big when he was biting him on his arm, so he's smaller, but not very accurate. All the monsters in GMK were really tiny, especially Baragon. He was the smallest. There he is with the GMK Mothra. We're never on screen together, so I don't really know how big they would be, but Mothra's wingspan is about 70 meters, so this is a pretty accurate scaling. Obviously, like I said, never on screen together, but, you know, if you want to put them together, then you can. And I don't have GMK Ghidorah. I know, it's sad. All I have for Ghidorah is Mecha King Ghidorah, and that stupid Bandai Creation chibi figure. I know, and here he is with a standard 6-inch Godzilla for 50-meter Godzilla, Godzilla 75. Let me move Baragon back a little more. This is not very accurate at all. Obviously, this Baragon is on a bipedal stance, which I don't really get. I prefer a quadruped Baragon. But, I don't know. You want to use it or like a fan film or something, I guess. They look okay together, but you want an 8-inch. And next, you know, sizes go on and on with these reviews as I do. Here he is with the Monster Arts Godzilla 95 Rebirth version, just as a standard stand-in, because Monster Arts, everyone probably has at least one of these figures in their collection. And yeah, not very accurate at all. Heisei Godzilla should be about, Baragon should probably be about that big. 100 meters, and 30 meters. Baragon might be the smallest kaiju. So this isn't a very accurate sizing, but just to give you an idea. Next, the NECA 6-inch Godzilla, and this is in no way accurate. Godzilla 2014 is 106 meters, and yeah, this is horrendous, but like I said, just another to give you an idea for sizing, because let's face it, everyone has that figure by now. Here, the SH Monster Arts Gamera is, you know, Kaneko, you see what, yeah, you see what I did, you did, you get thumbs up. Yeah, this is just because, you know, they're both from movies from the same director. And this isn't very accurate. 60 meters, 30 meters. Baragon should be about half the size of Gamera. So if you want to use those in a movie, you can. And he is with the Bandai. I don't know what scale this is, but Gamera 1995. And this is kind of accurate if he was standing up straight, because this figure is kind of hunching over. He would be a kind of accurate size, but not really. And Super Gauss, not accurate at all. Don't know even why I pulled that figure out. Here he is with a standard NECA Pacific Rim kaiju, because, you know, they all use the same body. Might as well just bring one in case, you know, someone has one of these figures using the body and wants to know how big. Yeah, how big he looks. It's in absolutely no way accurate. But you know, still looks cool side by side. And here's the NECA Pacific Rim Gypsy Danger Hong Kong Brawl, just to give you an idea of how big the Jaeger figures would be. And yeah, that's completely inaccurate, but this figure is really oversized. And then here he is with the Bandai. You know, what's going on here? Bandai Creation Final Wars Rodan. Mine is repainted. I don't know why I brought this out. I probably shouldn't have brought that in. And here he is with the Bandai Ultra Hero Series 2009 Ultraman Powered. I'm going to hold him here because, yeah, 30 meters, 55 meters, not very accurate. I just thought I'd bring him in to give you an idea of how big an Ultraman figure is, and also because Shinji Higuchi, who did the special effects in GMK, also designed the monsters for Ultraman Powered. So I just thought I'd bring him in. Also, he's my only Ultra Hero Series figure. And finally, here he is with the Chogokin Mechagodzilla 2, because, you know, Baragon was supposed to fight Mechagodzilla in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. At least when Mechagodzilla was in Godzilla disguise, and I was just standing here. He looks good with the Chogokin figure, because this is a very oversized figure. So that's it for the umpteen trillion figures that we've sized him up with, and now the final part, the pricing and the history of the figure. So the figure was originally released in 2001, coincide with the release of Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. And it was one of the an 8-inch scale, so it was more expensive than the standard 6-inch figures. And was also re-released at the exact same time, slightly more expensive as a theater exclusive, which I believe was in orange or red. I'm not sure which one. But either way, it was in either orange translucent orange vinyl or translucent reddish pink vinyl. Can't speak today. He was so boring. Anyways, translucent reddish pink vinyl. I think that was what the theater exclusive one was, and re-released again as a Hyper Hobby magazine exclusive, which you had to mail away for. Whoa, up the camera there. Keep doing that in this review. Which you had to mail away for, which I believe was in translucent orange vinyl, and I'm not sure what the price of that one is. And usually the pricing of this figure, it's kind of a rare, expensive figure, so usually it's around $50 to $100, so it's kind of really expensive. And I got this for $60 at G-Fest, so not the best price, but it was the second day of G-Fest, and I was having trouble finding a painted Baragon in the dealer's room, so kind of a last resort thing. This was also the last figure I bought at G-Fest. So that's it for the review. I'm going to give this figure a 10 out of 10, even though I have the issues, because Baragon's my favorite kaiju, and if you hate him, then I'm going to track you down and kill you. So once again, like I said, 10 out of 10. Amazing figure. Well done, beautifully done, like all the GMK figures, and if you can find him for a good price, try and get him. You're probably going to have a lot of trouble with that. Anyways, you can go now. There's nothing else. Why do you keep staying after?